Next on Worcester News tonight, it's primary day in Massachusetts. The last-minute push by candidates to get residents out to vote on a hot day. Plus, more than 200 people are displaced by a fire in Westboro. What the town's fire chief is saying about the investigation. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Today is primary day in Massachusetts and there are several races being closely watched in Central Mass. Some are worried the Labor Day holiday and today's hot weather may be negatively affecting turnout, while other voters say they want their voices heard no matter what. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now to explain. Chandler?
Olivia, polls opened at 7 o'clock this morning. Though voter turnout is typically low in Worcester, some residents say it's a day they can't miss.
It's important that we try and reflect on who it is that we want representing us as people.
Amy Aviles says voting in the primary election is just as important as any other.
I don't want to take advantage of the fact that I have this opportunity when I know other people don't.
She's not the only one. Frank Janice has been voting in the Massachusetts primaries for about 40 years. He made sure to make his voice heard in contested races.
There's one contest I was interested in, and I guess that's the Secretary of State.
This year, the election falls the day after a long holiday weekend. Worcester's Assistant City Clerk Nico Vangeli says the office is working for decent voter turnout.
I think people are still recovering from the Labor Day weekend, but I hope that anybody who's still in the city, has returned to the city, takes advantage of voting today.
Worcester has about 109,000 registered voters. Turnout in state primaries is historically low. In 2016, it was less than 6% in the city. This group spent the day in the heat trying to gain voter support.
It's pretty warm, but I brought a bunch of water and we'll survive.
Vangeli says voting in Worcester's 50 polling locations has been steady throughout the day. He says he hopes it continues to increase until the polls close.
We have seen a kind of spike in voting at the 17th Worcester District, which is a state representative district that includes Ward 7 and part of Ward 8.
You should all do it, all vote, right? That's our duty.
Polls close at 8 o'clock tonight. Turnout could be helped with primaries for county and statewide offices, as well as a contested race in the 17th Worcester District. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
All right, thank you, Chandler. And candidates for the 17th Worcester District were also out campaigning. Stu Loosemore, David LaBeouf, and Pam Gems spent time trying to earn last-minute votes. The winner will be the Democratic candidate for the seat vacated by Kate Campanelli. The three are focusing on similar issues in their campaigns like education, healthcare, and public safety.
We have to make sure we have someone who has been present in a variety of different settings and has a comprehensive approach to how we're going to solve problems.
10 years of working at the State House as a legislative aide. I know how that building works. I have a lot of relationships that are already established.
I hear what people say. I hear that they're sick of politics as usual, and they want some different answers. They want a little honesty in their government.
And two Republican candidates are running for the chance to challenge incumbent Congressman Jim McGovern in the 2nd Congressional District seat. Both are Central Massachusetts residents who say they want to bring change to the district. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now with more on their efforts this primary day. Brittany?
Olivia, Kevin Powers and Tracy Lavorne have been working hard through primary day today. Powers says his main focus is protecting small towns, while Lavorne says it's all about maintaining our constitutional rights. After months of campaigning, candidates hit the ground early again Tuesday for primary day.
I want to work for the people in Washington. And I want to work for the people back in the 2nd District of Massachusetts.
To think that I voted for myself this morning on a ballot for Congress in the United States government, that's amazing.
Two Worcester County Republicans, Tracy Lavorne and Kevin Powers, are running for the 2nd Congressional District seat. The winner will challenge 21-year incumbent Congressman Jim McGovern in November.
In Congressional District 2, we've never had another choice. You know, you're not going to get another choice opposite of Jim McGovern than myself.
Lavorne lives in Grafton. She says she wants to focus on what everyone has in common in uniting together.
I don't believe in going down the slippery slope of socialism. Democrats that I know in this district especially, they're JFK Democrats. They ask what they can do for their country, and that's what I want to do. I want to do something for our country, and I want to get things done.
Powers lives in Millville and says he has been campaigning since last summer. He says if elected, his focus will be on the towns.
Small towns are in trouble. I'm from Millville. We've had a few overrides that didn't get passed, but the people are fed up with what's going on. I'm proud to say I've never been a politician.
Both say how the government is doing has been a hot topic for a while, and nothing will change if you don't vote.
Get out there, vote. Let's make some changes happen. You know, a lot of us are upset with our government right now. You know, there's a lot of finger pointing. If all of us can just focus on the 75% of what we all have in common, we'll actually get some things done.
It's a privilege, and I think we need to get out and vote and be proud Americans, because if you don't vote, don't complain.
Both candidates say if tonight goes their way, they are full steam ahead and ready to work hard before November's election. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
Governor Charlie Baker is facing a challenge from fellow Republican Scott Lively in the GOP primary. The governor submitted his vote at the First Church on Monument Avenue in Swampscott. Afterwards, he met with voters at Christopher's Restaurant in Reading. And Democrats Jay Gonzalez and Robert Massey are squaring off, hoping to be the Democratic candidate for governor. Gonzalez voted in Needham at the Center at the Heights. Afterwards, he took the train into Boston to greet voters at South Station. Candidates who were uncontested in Tuesday's primary were also visiting polling stations and greeting voters. Jen Caissie is not facing a primary challenger for governor's council in the 7th district. The Oxford resident is running for re-election after first being elected in 2010. The governor's council handles items like judicial nominations and pardons. Caissie says it's important to show you're ready to work every day.
Looking forward to meeting all kinds of voters. We're getting a lot of beeps here today, a lot of waves, seeing a lot of people that we know, and just getting out and letting folks know that we're working hard. I don't have a primary opponent, but I want to let people know that I'm out here, I'm working hard and working for their vote.
And Worcester lawyer Paul DiPaolo is also running for the seat as a Democrat. Switching gears now, more than 200 residents of Fountainhead apartments in Westboro are waiting to get back into their homes this evening. A fire on Labor Day forced most to leave with few belongings. Our Rosalind Flaherty joins us now with more on when they may be allowed back in. Rosalind?
Olivia, it's been almost 24 hours since the fire started. Residents are still not back in, and cleanup is still underway. Jean Cox is waiting to go back into her home at Fountainhead in Westboro. A fire forced her and about 250 others out Monday night.
We left with nothing. I didn't take anything. I just got out of there.
The Westboro Fire Department says the two-alarm fire started in a mechanical elevator room on the top floor.
They encountered a heavy smoke condition on floors 8 and the penthouse is floor 9. Had some issues accessing the room. They encountered some fire conditions, heavy conditions in that one room.
Everyone was able to get out safely, but the power needed to be shut off. Tenants who returned to the apartment Tuesday say they were told by management the building remains closed, but were allowed to grab some items.
A little bit clothes, and also we are trying how many times we can go, and whatever necessary we will take.
On Facebook, management says all the apartments are okay and they are waiting for the all clear before letting residents back in. Cox grabbed some of her clothes and is staying with her sister in Northborough for the time being.
When I smelled that electric, I said, and out we got.
Now, management says people will most likely be back in their homes by tomorrow. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
In Westminster, a car burst into flames while it was being towed, sending the tow truck driver scrambling to get the car off of his truck. Firefighters were able to put out the flames a short time later. Fortunately, no one was hurt. A rainbow flag is painted behind City Hall to kick off Worcester Pride Week. The group is getting ready for this weekend's Pride Parade by adding a little color to downtown. Organizers say the goal is to get more people to recognize the LGBTQ community and be more welcoming. Last year, Worcester Pride painted crosswalks, but due to Main Street construction this year, they painted behind City Hall.
We're an integral part of the city, of Worcester County as a whole, of the state. And so it's just nice to be able to have our own time to be recognized for our contribution to society.
And Worcester Pride is an all-volunteer-based nonprofit and say they are always looking for people to help out. St. Vincent Hospital is celebrating its 125th anniversary in the city Tuesday. Dozens came out for a massive Thanksgiving at the hospital's chapel. The hospital has been caring for patients since 1893. It started as a 12-bed hospital overlooking the city from Vernon Hill. The facility the hospital is in now was completed in April of 2000.